Another player that Sean Payton is very familiar with is Jerry Jeudy. They actually traded him to the Browns preseason. Take a look at the numbers for Jerry Jeudy when he was in Denver versus 4 starts with Winston. So with the Broncos, which is 2020 to 2023, 54.4 yards a game, 17.4 yards after catch, 0.16 touchdowns per game, 5.2 targets per game, 3.1 receptions, 59.6 catch percentage. With Winston, almost doubles the yardage, 94.8 yards after a catch is up over 10 yards, 27.0, 0.25 touchdowns per game, 9 targets per game, 6 receptions, 66.7 catch percentage. Now, limited sample size, 4 games. Improvement is marked though, and it's been that dramatic since he got with Jameis Winston. When you look at that,
Well, there is.
What do you think with Winston and Jeudy? Do they have enough? Do the Browns have enough offensively to be a threat tonight?
Well, there also is certainly one other factor in that, and that certainly is no more Amari Cooper, of course. But for me, the thing here, and we'll see how this goes. Look, Jerry Judy's obviously coming into this game extremely amped up. And people trying to say bulletin board material. What guy doesn't go back to the city where he used to play and say, I want to win? I mean, people just kind of take things and try to make something of them more than maybe necessarily they are. But this can work a couple of different ways. You think with Tillman being out, that Surtain is just probably going to follow Jerry Jeudy wherever he goes. The Browns are certainly going to look Jerry Judy's way, but you could also say, we know how good Patrick Surtain is. So are we just going to go 10 on 10 and kind of, understand that maybe that matchup is not going to be one that's going to be in our favor today? Look, it's Monday night. Everybody's amped up. I'm sure Patrick Surtain is going to be amped up to try to shut down his former teammate, and then trash talking. And that's why we traded you. That's why we didn't need you. And Jerry Jeudy certainly has a statement to make. Jerry Jeudy is on target to set career bests in many of his, in all of his statistical output to this point. He is trying to show the Browns, hey, I understand you have money to spend next offseason, but maybe we don't need to spend it, in the wide receiver room. It would have been probably crucial to have Cedric Tillman here because I think the growth process for him has been such very, very, important as well. I think he and Jeudy have kind of ascended and went to another level here together. But right now, Jerry Jeudy is your most consistent playmaker. There is just no question about it. And, I'm sure we all thought in a snowy game on Thursday Night Football, the kid who grew up in Deerfield Beach, Florida, all of a sudden would look like a kid who grew up on the frozen lakes of Minnesota. But it shows you, that Jerry Jeudy, some of the inconsistencies that people said he had when he came here from Denver, lapse in his games. There's times where he gets a case of the drops. He did have one early in that game. But all of a sudden, as the snow got harder, Jerry Jeudy just became more and more focused. And, it was interesting in that night. But also, something like that, now you come back this week, no snow. All of a sudden, the football coming your way looks the size of a beach ball. And, maybe you've just gotten yourself into a zone. But it's going to be, it's an interesting matchup tonight. And there can maybe be not much action between Jeudy and Surtain, which could have a huge effect on the game. There could be a ton of action between Jeudy and Surtain, which would have a huge impact on the game. So it's, Mike, no doubt for me, probably one of the biggest matchups to watch tonight. But in the same respect, it could be a matchup where we don't really get much fireworks.